Welcome to another edition of El Cubanito Cigar Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at a powerhouse. This cigar is a box pressed Maduro from the Havana, Cuba Cigar Company. This is called the Oliveros Black Knight. This is a whopper, folks. Full body. You will love this if you like a full bodied cigar. I've had a few of these, so I already know what I'm getting into, but we're gonna take each cigar. You can smoke one cigar of one type and form an impression. Smoke that same cigar, different time, different place, with a different drink, and have a completely different impression of it. So I'm going from a clean slate, even though I've had this before. Anyways, this is a 6x52 box pressed cigar. Comes in a nice cellophane wrapper, double banded, one at the foot, one near the head, and you can see it's a very elegant double wrapper. So we will take the one off of the foot, and I'm going to put a nice V cut on this cigar, simply because if I put a standard cut on it, it's probably going to overpower me. It's a good strong cigar, nothing wrong with that. I love them, but a V cut gives me the ability to kind of moderate how much smoke I draw through this thing. This one has, a Maduro wrapper on it. Smooth, oily, minimal veinage, relatively no tooth, and just a rich flavor. Earthy, even some coffee. This thing is a complex cigar, without a doubt. Let me fire up the torch on it. Yeah, pre-light draw gives you a little coffee as well. These things are just packed with flavor. I enjoy them. Probably not a, well, definitely not a beginner cigar, and more than likely not something you're going to smoke first thing in the morning on the weekend, when you go to mow the yard. This is more like after you mowed the yard and had a couple of cold ones, light up a cigar like this. See, this one, smooth, a good draw, full smoke. I mean, it's got a real thick smoke. And on initial light, very little spice, no bitterness. Some cigars, they have that bitterness right off the bat. This one, earthy, woodsy, but some immediate nutty notes, and almost just a nuance of a coffee. So those things will tend to build on this cigar. They have in the past. But let me get a good quarter to a third of the way down on this so that it can develop a little bit, and I'll check back with you to let you know how things are going. I'm back about a quarter of the way, maybe a third of the way in, and this thing has remained consistent, tremendously well burned, very even, good draw, full amount of smoke on every draw with this cigar, and it's given off notes of earth, leather, some wood, some nutty notes, and even almost a citrusy bouquet on the back of the palate. Check back with me about halfway through and we'll see how this thing progresses. Alright, we're back. About halfway, better than halfway on this thing, and what a nice cigar this has turned out to be today, as well as before. But you know, the thing you notice about something like this, although it's a powerhouse, packed with flavor, and it evolves. It starts off smooth, earthy, woodsy, with some leather, some notes of coffee, and then those things kind of just trade off with each other as the cigar progresses. It goes from a coffee on your inhale, and then another puff later and it changes off to a little mocha, some notes of earth then on the palate, some woodsy tastes. A couple of times there was some notes of almost a citrusy tang, not a bitterness, just you know, almost like a nuance. So this thing has really developed and continues to do so at better than the halfway mark. It's intriguing when you have a cigar like this that's a full-bodied cigar, when it evolves over and over again and changes off on the taste that you experience. It really makes it enjoyable. So it's going to keep doing the same thing, I'm sure, and I'm interested to see how it gets right down to the back quarter. But I can give you a rating on this one now. Construction, this is a really well constructed cigar. The Maduro wrapper is smooth, oily. The consistency of the cigar, it's rolled firm, not tight. Has a great draw to it, nice triple cap. And so construction, if not an 8 out of 10, a 9 out of 10. Probably closer to a 9 than an 8. The taste, awesome. 9 out of 10, simply because the flavor keeps changing on you, from coffee to spice to woodsy to earthy to leathery, some mocha, a little citrus here and there. You know, that's really cool. The overall smokability on this thing is an 8 out of 10 without a doubt, simply because it's a very enjoyable cigar, packed with flavor, a good thick smoke. When you nose hail it, it doesn't burn, it's not hot, you know. So overall smokability, definitely an 8 out of 10. Surely a cigar for the more experienced smoker that loves a full-bodied stogie. This is definitely not for the meek and mild. This again is the Black Knight from Oliveros, Havana, Cuba Cigar Company. An awesome cigar through and through. Check with us again next week for our next review from El Cubanito Cigars. I'm signing off. Sit back, relax, have a cigar. You definitely deserve one. And stay warm. We're still in the 30s here in Florida this week. We'll see you next week.